Okay? And that's what we mean when we talk and call something relative frequency. Relative to 100, we can compare. So if we have two classes, just looking at these numbers, notice class 1, the numbers are bigger. Class 2, the numbers are smaller. So if we look at this, oh look, more people got A's in class 1, so therefore it's better. Oh look, a whole lot more people got C's in class 1, so therefore class 1 is better. Not necessarily. There's more people in class 1. So the numbers are going to be bigger. We have to convert to percentages. We have to convert everything to be per 100. Otherwise, we cannot really fairly compare these two classes. Okay? Now, if you took this data and you made a bar graph, since we got two groups, we can put the two bars next to each other and shade one of them. So let's see, we've got to go up to 14. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, and so what I'll do is 1, I won't shade. The 2 bar, I will. Okay, so there's 4 A's in class 1. So I'll split this into 2, so 4 A's. And there's 2 A's in class 2. Okay, so notice we can put the 2 bars together and compare them visually. All right, so there's 9 in class 1, there's 9 B's, and there's 4 B's in class 2. There's 14 C's in class 1, and then 5 C's in class 2. There's 10 D's in class 1. There's only 3 D's in class 2. And then with grades, we skip the letter E. That still questions why people do that. Probably because the letter F is fail, which is basically what that means. Okay, so there's 3 F's in class 1, only 1 F in class 2. Now, if you look at that, it looks like, wow, there's a lot more A, B's, and C's in class 1. That's true. But if you count how many students are in class 1, you have 40. And if you count how many students are in class 2, you got 15. So you really can't compare them fairly. There's a lot more people in class 1. Of course you're going to get more. Okay, so we got to convert to percentages. And then compare the percentages, and we'll get a more accurate way to compare these two classes. All right, so 4 out of 40, 9 out of 40, 14 out of 40, 10 out of 40, and 3 out of 40. This would be 2 out of 15, 4 out of 15, 5 out of 15, 3 out of 15, and 1 out of 15. Okay, so the shortcut we can do divide with the just control. So if you did 4 out of 40, you could solve this problem. Or you could divide and move the decimal point. right? As soon as you divide, that's per 1. Notice when you cross multiply, you need the decimal point 2 places because you're multiplying 100. Okay? So this is 10%. The next one would be 22.5%. Let me double check that. That doesn't appear. Yeah, wait. Sure it's right. I'm just paranoid. Yeah, it is. Okay. Whereas this would be 35%, and this would be 25%, and this would be 7.5%. Okay. And then for the other one, then you can divide and move the decimal point 2 places. That's so much quicker. 13.3%. And this would be 26.6%. This would be 33.3%. And then this is 20%. And then this would be 6.6%. So when we convert to percents, we're converting both classes to be a rate per 100. So it's kind of like saying, okay, now both sizes are 100 instead of 40 and 15. And when you do this, notice that the A's, B's for class 2 is actually more. The percentage are bigger. So you would have more people per 100 in class 2 get an A or B. All right. Now, if we make the bar graph or based upon the percentages, we're going to get a different display. Because now we're comparing them based upon per 100. Whereas originally it was per 40 and per 15. Okay, so it's the same format, but now we're going to base this upon the percentages. All right, so we've got the A, B, C, D, F. All right, so this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Okay, so 10% for class 1, 13.3% for class 2. 22% B's, 22.5% B's for class 1, 26.6% B's for class 2. For class C, a whopping 35% C's, whereas for class 2, 33.3%, which is a little bit less than 35. And then class 1, the D's was 25%, whereas for class 2 it was only 20%. And then 7.5 for class 1, the number of F's, and 6.6% class 2. And notice now the display is different. Okay, and this is a better way to compare the two classes. Okay, just like we can't compare Switzerland with China until we divide by the populations so we can get it per capita, per person. Same thing here.